So X-Men 97 wrapped up today, and boy, what a ride. Absolute perfect TV. I haven't been this into a TV show for like several years, and X-Men 97 delivered, and I am so happy to finally, one, have that piece of media, and two, have awesome new figures because of it. So I figured I would do a short little recap video along with some other stuff I haven't shown off before, because I was kind of waiting for the finale before I posted a few of these. So let's just get right into it and show off some of the custom figures I have made, or like custom modifications I've made for this figure line. So first off, we can go with the lightest change. So this here is Jean. You probably can't even see a difference, but I actually ever so slightly redid the mouth. I removed a lot of her lipstick and then painted in kind of like a little bit more of a smile on there. Like nothing huge, but I feel like the other head smiles, but I also think of that head more as Madeline Pryor. And I like the eyes a little bit more on this sculpt here. Also, a reason why I think the lips needed to be slightly redone is because they were a little bit too wide, a little bit too thick. She kind of ended up looking a little bit froggy. So yeah, not really too much of a change, but I am happy to be happy with her, so to speak. I kinda wanted to do something with the hair. I might go back and repaint the hair a little bit, because this is by far the least detailed hair they made for this line. I think maybe some dry brushing, some painted in lines to create an illusion of texture. I think that might work out, but for now, I'm pretty happy with this.
Madeline fights with me today.
I love you.
Next up, in terms of not too much done, we have Logan, and I just redid the skin tone on his face, and I painted in a little bit of a stubble, as you can see here, and it really helped with making... I think the original head looked a little bit too young at all times, and this gruffed him up considerably. And then I also gave his arms a dry brush of like dark brown, so he's got arm hairs now. Again, not too much, but I think it's a vast improvement. So barely any work here. I just removed his lip paint. It made him look a lot better from the start. And then I also transferred the hairpiece from the other head to this grinning head from the old, I think it was Apocalypse Wave Nightcrawler. I'm not really sure which Nightcrawler it was, but I painted it so it would match, made his eyes gold, and painted in the shadows. So next up is Storm. And nothing too much has changed here. I replaced the old crappy cape, this one here. It's really like finicky and thin, and it doesn't really look that great ever, with this postable one with a bendy wire. And it makes it look a bit more consistent with the coloring, because this one is kind of like a little bit grayer. I don't know, it just adds a whole lot more power to it, so to speak. I know she got a costume change in the show, but I am still very fond of like the white Jubilee outfit. I might pick up the old first appearance figure and maybe swap her hair to have that version, but I also really like the mohawk. I don't really know what to do, but yeah, it looks good. This cape is great. I just bought it on eBay. You can probably just search eBay Storm Cape and you'll find it.
So let them thunder, for I am lightning!
Next up, we have, let's take a look at Scott here. So, this is the X-Men 97 Scott with it's a Warlock Build-A-Figure Wave head. But you might notice that the visor is different, because this is the X-Men 97 visor. And you have the parts here from the old Warlock figure. So, this is the old, well, the X-Men 97 head, and this is the visor from that Warlock Wave Cyclops. And it's not very sharp. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like this line here is a bit uneven, and the plastic is like morphed a little bit, and this one is just a lot more uniform, I guess. And I also figured I would use this head here because I don't really like this weird expression they gave him. It's kind of like a smirk, but I don't know, I don't think it really fits that well. If it was like a pure neutral expression, I would have been able to cope with it, but I am not really a fan of the like weird smirk. The sculpt is actually a little bit different. You can see here that the mouth goes down, so maybe it's the paint. And then as well, the hair isn't too detailed. The hair on this one is a lot more detailed. I also gave this one a little bit more of like kind of like brownish red shade to match up with X-Men 97. I also repainted the lips because originally they were just skin color. And of course, this body here is a lot better than this old Bucky Cap body, and you can actually use the ab crunch properly now without it looking really stupid because of this illusion that it's one strap. This body is just great.
Name's Cyclops. To me, my X-Men.
So let's take a look at an oldie. This is Beast, and this is the original Beast release, but I was never a fan of the expression because he's like constantly pissed off. So what I did, I bought an old Kotobukiya X-Men animated series set, and the head was actually in pretty good scale with this body. So I cut that head off, as you can see, like here. I made a little peg hole for it, and then it just slips on like so. Maintains full articulation, and if you want, you can take off his glasses. This is just a perfect Beast head, I think, but I like Beast with glasses, so let's put them back on. And yeah, I painted his like claws white as well. I haven't never actually shown this guy off with proper lighting. He was filmed during my old lighting setup, which had a lot warmer lights, so everything looked kind of orange. So this is just a better view of Hank, and I think he turned out fantastic.
Greetings, enemy mine. Might I induce you to a change of heart? Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful involuntary friendship.
So next up we have Jubilee. So a lot of things happened here. This is the original Jubilee figure. I forgot which wave she came in. The original head is very underwhelming. It's very badly painted, and it just kind of sucks. So I had swapped it with the 3-pack Jubilee head, which is absolutely gorgeous. Just look at this face printing. And then I took the glasses from her and added that little blue line she has in X-Men 97, and then I replaced the coat with a custom wired coat from eBay as well. I also replaced her forearms, because these are the original forearms here, and they're actually like ever so slightly shorter than these ones, and it's because whenever I had this on, well, the skin showing kind of disappeared, so making the arms a little bit longer kind of shows off a little bit more skin and makes everything look just straight up better. And it also matched with the new skin tone for the head, because the original skin tone here is very like ashen and kind of bad looking. So these are actually arms from the Callisto figure, which is right here. Then also, because of the skin tone, I had to repaint the legs, because originally they were also this kind of ashen skin color, and now they're a lot more healthier looking. This is a very sickly skin tone. And I also replaced the hands and the glove parts. Animated Jubilee is actually different in design ever so slightly from the comic version, in that she actually has yellow gloves instead of blue. And I quite like the blue because it just makes everything, like, it matches her boots. But I didn't have any blue glove cuffs, and I had a plethora of yellow hands because of that 3-pack. So this is actually from the Storm body on that 3-pack, and they work perfectly. And I also gave the jeans shorts a little dry brush of white, or like light blue. And then of course, if you want to, you can put the sunglasses on like so.
Who's got 2 thumbs that blast fireworks and turns 18 today? Me.
The only people who hate video games are bad at video games.
We have Rogue here, and I made a full video on Rogue, but this is the retro carded Rogue figure with the Marvel Select jackets and upper arms. Then these are Siren's arms from here on, and then the 97 head with the retro hair on. And everything just came together really well for like my perfect Rogue. Really happy with how she turned out still. And finally, rounding off, a big little surprise here. So this is Gambit. I used to have the 3-pack Gambit head on this body here, and I was happy with it, but then the more I looked at it, he looks kind of mean and old, and I don't really like the hair that much. It's better than the original release, but it still looks a little bit like, I don't know, wheat, and not really that much of a fan of this head anymore. So instead I decided to opt for the 97 head, and the 97 head had the issue that it was a little bit too animated looking, but I figured a complete skin paint redo would fix that. And then I painted some stubble on there, and painted in the lips. And I repainted all the hair because originally it was a very flat, kind of like this color, and it really added to that animated aesthetic. So giving it all these like different shades of brown really helps up the realism quite a bit. And then the body is from the original Hasbro Gambit. I love this metallic purple here. And the coat is from the Toy Biz Gambit, but I added a little wire in here, so it's actually posable now. So yeah, super happy with him. And then he also has double jointed arms. These arms are from the original Gambit figure by Toy Biz as well, and it really helps with having his arms bend like this, like he can hold a card up and everything. I love the eyes on this figure a lot. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.
Gambit, see your bet. And raise it! Cause the cards always be in my favor!
The name's Gambit, mon ami. Remember it.